Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Another KSP video. Well, yeah, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because I finally got my RAM sticks in. I've got 64 gigs of RAM going on. I think it solved my problem. I guess we'll see how it works out. And why is my face so fucking big? Hang on one moment. Either way, as I was saying, I've got more RAM in there, and I think, and it took so long for them to deliver it. This is what I had in mind, because this is relatively easy stuff to do. So with that being said, we're doing the moon. I went off and I did the Science 101 thing on my own. It was just teaching me about stuff, so that's about it. Wasn't any flying stuff, it was all board work kind of stuff. There we go. And now we're on to the moon part 1. Welcome to your first in a series of lessons designed to prepare you for flight in and around Kerbin's local system. I've been inspired by that famous work of Jules Kerman, From Kerbin to the Moon. We'll take a leaf out of his book and go one better by returning as well. In our first lesson, we will be starting from LKO, low Kerbin orbit, and traveling to the moon, ending in low lunar orbit. I'm going to assume that you've completed the flight tutorials and preceding this, as well as orbiting 101, but if not, you really should go do them first. When you're ready to go, hit next. It's an important part of flights between celestial objects is a transfer orbit, which basically means an orbit used to change between two orbits. In our case, the periapsis of our orbit will be very near Kerbin, and the apoapsis will extend to just beyond the moon's orbit. Interplanetary trajectories are so much the same, but on a much larger scale. Now press M to go into the map view, so we can get an overview of Kerbin's local system. To perform a successful transfer, you will need to arrange your ship to the target and to arrive at the same place as at the same time. If you really know what you're doing, you can calculate your own transfer orbit on the fly, or you could try eyeballing it. However, it's much easier to use the maneuver nodes, so let's do that now. Click anywhere on your orbit and click Add Maneuver. Add Maneuver. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. Add Maneuver. Maneuver nodes let you plan an orbital maneuvers ahead of time, and most importantly, you can do so without wasting precious propellant. As you see here, maneuver nodes have 6 handles. The green ones are prograde and retrograde. The purple ones are normal and anti-normal, and the blue ones are radial and radial out. I'm not going to go into detail about those right now, because these are the same vectors on the nav ball you saw in orbiting 101. For now, just remember the prograde and retrograde and help you grow or shrink your orbit, and normal and anti-normal help you tilt it. Okay. You can click and drag different handles to see how a burn made in that direction for that duration would affect and resultant orbit. In our particular case, we want to bring the apoapsis up from just enough to intercept the moon's orbit at a point around 45 degrees ahead of the moon's current position. If your trajectory is correct, the orbit line will shift colors when it gets close to the moon. This indicates the point where your ship's transition from the influence of Kerbin's gravity to that of the moon. The region in which the pull from the body's gravity is strongest is its sphere of influence, or SOI. In real life, the gravitational influence of all planets and moons matters too. Let's get to it then. With the handles showing you, you might need to click the node to make them appear. Pull the prograde handle. What was prograde? Oh, this one. Pull the prograde handle until your post-maneuver orbit reaches as high of that as the moon. Okay. Whoa. What? How do I cancel? Cancel. So on the periapsis, add maneuver and bring the prograde out. Until it's in line with the moon? And then I need to... timing on it, as I said before. So you may need to move the node itself until you get an intercept SOI change with the moon. You can do this by clicking on the inner circle of the node and dragging it forward or back along the line of your current orbital path. The moon. Uh-huh. And so do I need to change this one as well? No. I think... Don't forget that you can zoom the camera back in. Wider range. Create one from scratch. Delete a node. You can also click the next orbit or previous orbit buttons if you want to move the node forward or back in time by a whole orbit. Very useful if it gets behind you by mistake. Okay. There we go. You plan to transmunar injection maneuver. Your post-maneuver orbit will enter the moon sphere of influence. There are a few things to notice, so bring up your nav ball. Okay. You'll find a few indicators that weren't there before you added the maneuver node. We saw these during the Go for Orbit tutorial, if you remember, but allow me to refresh. If you remember, allow me to refresh your mind. The bar on the right of the geographical depiction of the velocity change, delta V for short, required you to perform the burn you've plotted. Below that, you'll also... The moon is moving. A new timer also counts down the moment your ship will reach the maneuver node. We can speed up time to get to the burn position faster by clicking any point on the orbit beyond the maneuver node, then clicking warp to next maneuver. Do that now. If for some reason your maneuver node gets messed up or you delete it, just replot a new one. Since it's only a planned simulation of a burn, you have nothing lost. You haven't lost anything. What? Delta. Okay. What, I just speed up time a little bit? Speed up time. Bring time down. Oh shit. Maneuver. I need to burn for 50 seconds. Why do you zoom in on me, bruh? You ain't gotta do that. Stop that. Stop doing that. We're going to the moon. And so what? I just kill the engines afterward. I overshot it, is what I did, I think. Oh God. Hold on. Where's the moon? Okay. Kerbal periapsis. I don't need that. What I need to do is where the fuck am I right now? Ah! I want to touch it. If for some reason your maneuver node gets messed up, you just delete it. I can somewhat see the moon. How? Kerbal 4. How do you do? Okay. Node. Okay. Just see something. Turn off SAS. Wait. Marker. SAS towards maneuver. What does it want me to do? Oh, I need the... What is happening? Stop that. Where's the moon? The moon's over there. Okay. We're just going. So what is this then? Maneuver Delta 5. No. Ah! Where? Okay. Where is the moon? The moon is over here. Okay. We are on this line. Okay. Okay, what the fuck is happening? Just cancel all of that. Kerbal apoapsis. No. I need you. I need you to add a maneuver here so that you can. How do I move blue line? I just want to move the blue line. How do I do that? Stop it. I need add maneuver. What the actual fuck is going on? Go this way. The moon. Okay. So this needs to come back this way. Right? No. Oh my god. Urban escape. What the fuck am I doing wrong? Probably everything. Be my guess. Sure, dude. How do I... You know what? Fuck it, dude. I imagine that shit's just gonna be fucked all that. What the fuck? What's going on? 17 minutes, burn time 3 minutes and 30 seconds. But you may have noticed your actual orbit is not exactly the one that you had planned. This is because real burns are never instantaneous. However, close enough is good enough. As long as the trajectory markers are showing that we got a moon encounter pretty close to the one we wanted. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't delete that. If you're still not quite satisfied with your Lunar intercept, you can still fine-tune it a little bit. By making small burns in various directions, be careful not to overdo it. A counter burn can undo a goof, but you still don't want to be wasting fuel. It's going to take around 6 hours. You'll probably want to use the warp here trick like we used before the airplane. Warp to next maneuver. Now we'll wait for it to be sucked up by the moon's gravity. warp to next maneuver. I'm warping there apparently. Oh, I have just fucked it all to shit. How fast am I going? What did I do? I overshot it? Oh, the moon's right there. Set as target. Target the moon. Add maneuver. Okay. So how can I make this like small? How do I go to maneuver? Where's a target? Stability assist. But I want target. Target. Oh, that's the moon right there. It says target in an hour. Oh my god, don't. I'm doing my best here. I am. Let's speed this up just a tiny bit. 1 minute to eat your face o'clock. We'll move that up by 10. And then 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we'll burn for however long. Oh. You're now in the moon's sphere influence, and the moon is the only gravity affecting the motion of your ship, but you're on an escape trajectory relative to the moon, which means that you're moving too quickly to orbit the moon. If we don't do anything, you'll whiz it and escape. You'll need to slow before escape velocity. Burn retrograde. But you're on an escape trajectory. In order to be burn retrograde at periapsis in order to be captured. And insert into the lunar orbit. Remember the orbit 101. It's best to change your apoapsis at periapsis. And capturing fucking what? So much information here. Periapsis. I can't touch it. Add maneuver. How do I turn that off? There. Now I can see. Add maneuver. How do I just want it to turn into a ball. No, I want it to go here. I want it to turn into like a little ball around the fuck. If your periapsis is hidden under the moon's surface, that means you will crash unless you do something. You can fix this by creating a maneuver about halfway to the moon, or even earlier, and then adjust either the blue handles, radial in or radial out. Did I not do that? Dude, this actually needs actual fucking math, doesn't it? Add the maneuver. I just want to be captured by the fucking moon. Why is this so hard? How do I make this super fucking small? No, I don't want to fucking do that. I want to fucking... This is pissing me off. This is actually fucking making me... You know what? Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. We are going in to do some shit. I want to do something. I want to start new. Career mode. Hopefully good. Flag. Let's use what? NASA UK organization. I can't use the American flag? Why? Oh, whatever, dude. Kerbal. Accept. Hopefully good. Start. Fuck all them tutorials, I'm done. I want to actually do something, and if I fuck it up and die, then it's whatever. Mouse button and blah blah blah. Vehicle assembly. Wait, I fucked up. Yeah, I know. I'm good. Leave. I need administration. Administration. Okay. But how do I find new applicants? Research in here, all research technology and new ones discovered. To try all ongoing missions. Here we go. Got it. I need to find mission control. Where do I find all contracts? Here we go. Available. Gather scientific data. Recover or transmit any science experiment data from Kerbal to achieve this goal. Okay. Launch our first vessel. Okay. Let's accept this one and this one. Perfect. And now we'll go into the vehicle assembly bay. Yes. Fuel tanks, engines. And then what we'll do is we'll get a decoupler. Or wait, no, parachute, utility. Need a parachute up on that bitch. Let's set that to the max. And then we'll get a coupling. Oh, we don't even have that. Fantastic. Oh, I don't think it matters. And there we go. Launch. And we'll do messages, contracts. Gather scientific data. Kerbal. Launch. Let's go EVA. EVA report. Keep. And then we'll no. Enter. Enter. Oh. B, board. There we go. Can you fuck off now? Thank you. Full throttle that bitch and go. Oh. I forgot to set the staging. Whoops. There we go. Launch the vessel. Recover or transmit any science experiment from data. I did though. Crew report. Keep the data. Review. Cancel. Review report. Keep experiment. Recover or transmit any science experiment data from Kerbal to achieve this. I did I not? Okay. Speed up to... Yes, I know. Oopie doopie. And then, do an EVA. Let go. And there we go. EVA report. Select. Lower visor. Oh no. Okay. What is that? Okay. Whatever. And then, Okay. Resume. Who is... Oh. We have people calling me. Hold on. Tracking station. Okay. Jebediah Kerman. Untitled. Recover. Recover. Okay. Next. Next. Okay. So, did we do a thing? Leave facility. Yeah, we got science now. Research and development. Basic rocketry. Oh. I could get both of these. There we go. Too hot thermometer. Communitron. Communitron. Oh, we got a decoupler now. General rocketry. Hello, General rocketry. Okay. Yeah, I'm... Jebediah, recover you. Got more money. Okay. Yeah, we got everybody. So yeah, it's... I'm gonna call it and file name save. And that's gonna do it for me, I think. And then I will I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is gonna end horribly. So what is that over there? Is that something on my monitor? No, it's moving. So yeah, with that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Punch that like button in the face. If you would. And with all that being said, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.